render the appropriate honors to the colors. Sergeant Mills, may we have the colors posted? The members of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program Color Guard are Trooper Lucas Haynes, Maine State Police, Officer Julia Madsen, Brunswick Police Department, Deputy Austin McDonald, Hancock County Sheriff's Office, and Warden Mason Sharp, Maine Warden Service. These officers represent the state, local, state police, and county law enforcement. Could you all please remain standing? The officers of the Remembrance Ceremony detail from the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program represent all fallen officers. The Remembrance Ceremony you are about to witness is to honor those fallen law enforcement officers in Maine and across our great nation who have given the ultimate sacrifice. members of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program Remembrance Ceremony are Officer Lauren Bartlett, Scarborough Police Department, Officer Sean Diggerness, Gorham Police Department, Deputy Alex Bate, Saginaw County Sheriff's Office, Officer Michael Foster, Portland Police Department, Trooper Adam Goslin, Maine State Police, Officer Sean Hartman, Westbrook Police Department, and Warden Trace Whiteman from the Maine Warden Service. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the entry of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program led by the Maine State Police Pipe and Drum Unit. Those standing against the wall to my left, would you please move forward to allow the cadets to enter through a double set of doors and march to their seats. Officer Megan Smith of the Old Orchard Beach Police Department will sing the national anthem, accompanied by Trooper Christopher Allen of the Maine State Police and Officer Tyler Richards of of the Maine Capitol Police. The guidon bearers for the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program are Forest Rangers Caleb Esplin and Kevin Norris. At this time, I'd like to ask Trooper Michael McClellan of the Maine State Police, the recipient of the James Hanley Valedictorian Award, to come to the podium to lead the class in the Pledge of Allegiance.
gathered together with this purpose. Thank you for those speaking today, for the administration, faculty, and staff, and especially for the families and friends of each of these men and women whom we're here to honor and recognize this hour. God, I thank you for all that these men and women have learned here at the Academy as part of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. I thank you for their instructors who taught them, who helped them, who mentored them to grow to the point that they have to this day. And I thank you for all the energy, effort, and personal sacrifice that each of these law enforcement cadets have put forth to accomplish so much in these past 18 weeks. God, we now ask your blessing upon this graduation ceremony, and especially upon these who have chosen to serve our society in the area of law enforcement. Bless them and bless our time together today. And I ask these things in your holy name and for your glory. Amen.
Wow. Ready? Think.
Everybody, please take a seat. At this time, I'd like to introduce our dignitaries on the stage. To my left, to your right, is Mr. Charles Rumsey IV, Chairman of the Maine Criminal Justice Board of Trustees and Chief of the Cumberland Police Department. To his left is Commissioner of the Maine Department of Public Safety, Commissioner Michael Soschuk, your commencement speaker today. Next to Commissioner Soschuk is Colonel William Ross of the Maine State Police. Sitting beside Colonel Ross is Major Aaron Cross, representing the Maine Warden Service. Sitting beside Major Cross is Chief Jason Mullen of the Auburn Police Department and President of the Maine Police Association. Next to Chief Mullen is Sheriff Scott King of the Hancock County Sheriff's Office, representing the Maine Sheriff's Association. Sitting beside Sheriff King is Training Coordinator Joshua Daly. Besides Training Coordinator Daly is Training Coordinator Darren Gilbert. We've all met Chaplain Brooks. Members of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program, Commissioner Soschuk, Chairman Rumsey, honored guests on stage, staff members, family and friends of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. My name is Jack Peck. I am the Director of the Academy, and I welcome you to this graduation and badge pinning ceremony. We gather this morning to acknowledge the dedication, resilience, and tenacity of this class and to recognize their accomplishments. Originally, close to 100 candidates applied to attend this, the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. Today, 75 law enforcement professionals will walk across the stage and be recognized and have their agency's badge pinned on their uniform. This is a proud and honored tradition, recognizing these men and women who did have the dedication, resilience, and the tenacity to complete this program. There have been challenges, both personally and professionally, for every one of the members of this class. But 18 weeks ago, on a cold January morning, 82 cadets, the largest class ever, started their training here in Vassar. From that very first day, this class has had to rely on each other and work as a team to be where they are today. This is another diverse class with several multi-language learners, 23 military veterans, 33 with advanced education, including 2 that have bachelor's and master's degrees, 14 14 females, and for the first time in years, a tuition student from Thomas College. The 75 graduates represent 49 different law enforcement agencies from all regions across the state. They represent almost 1/3 of all police agencies in Maine. I'm confident that due to their training over the last 18 weeks, they will adapt and overcome the many obstacles that lie ahead. Time spent not only in the classroom, but in the village, chow hall, after-hour scenarios, hard training, and daily debriefs have all gotten them to where they are today. To live, laugh, and cry together under one roof over the course of this program has prepared them all to meet the demands, both internally and externally, to adapt mentally and emotionally for the challenges they most certainly will encounter. I want to remind the members of this class to take care of yourselves. You will see, smell, and live through things many people never will, or ever should. You can't take care of others, you can't take care of yourself. Every cadet sitting here today would not have made it through the program without the support of their loved ones. It's not easy being separated from family and friends for so long. It's not easy dealing with stressful scenarios, the final fight, the late nights, and the weekly quizzes and tests. However, this experience made you who you are today. The U.S. Bureau of Justice, the U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics report that there are over 650 police academies in the United States. According to their data, police recruits in the United States spend an average of 633 hours completing the basic academy. On paper, our recruits spend 720 hours preparing for their future. I would offer that just as much, if not more, of the important aspects of their training happens outside of the 720 hours in the classroom. While the non-residential daytime academy will be much easier, the camaraderie, the integrity, the ethical decision-making, the experiential learning, and the lifelong friendships they develop, learned, and earned after hours is not something that can be quantified. Their journey has not been easy, nor should it be. We ask our cadets to be resilient, to think and act on their feet, to protect and serve every citizen and visitor in the state of Maine. This can only be accomplished through hard work, dedication, and passion. I have witnessed firsthand some of this hard work, dedication, and certainly the passion of the cadets myself. I wish to thank the cadre staff who served, mentored, and imparted their knowledge and experience to the cadets. They are Sergeant Joseph Mills III, Sergeant Bethany Couturier, and Trooper David Olmstead of the Maine State Police, Lieutenant Christopher Mitchell of the Local Police Department, Warden Taylor Valente from the Maine Border Service, Officer Melissa D. Clemente of the Scarborough Police Department, and Detective Jacob Richards of the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. These cadre have worked tirelessly to ensure that every single cadet is prepared to start another chapter in this life of service. They also have a dedication and passion, and they are the best of the best when it comes to training our future law enforcement professionals. I also want to thank training coordinators Josh Daly and Darren Miller. They have observed, mentored, taught, and trained, and organized every single aspect of this program. They do this work because they want every cadet to return home safe every single day for the rest of their career. They have sacrificed both professionally and personally to make sure that they're all prepared, both mentally and physically, for what lies ahead. And what lies ahead, some days, may not be easy or comfortable or even exciting. But I can tell you from experience that it will be rewarding. I would be remiss if I did not thank each and every volunteer, big instructor, and subject matter expert who imparted their knowledge and experience in this class. Many of these volunteers are here today to watch this ceremony. They are here because they care. They care about you, and they care about this profession. They have given of themselves to provide hundreds of hours, train, and develop every one of them. They do this because they want you to succeed and be the very best professional you can be. Remember that this is a basic law enforcement training class. Please continue to train and practice what you've learned here. Maintain your passion, be prepared, and always maintain your compassion. For as the Dalai Lama once said, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. I wish that each and every one of you has a safe and incredible career. And on behalf of the entire Academy staff, I congratulate every one of you today on your accomplishment. Hold your head up and be proud. You earned it. Thank you. At this time, I would ask Officer Zachary Ruby of the Portland Police Department, the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program Class President, to come forward with their remarks.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming. Today we are here to celebrate the graduation of 75 cadets in the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. Today we are joined by our families, friends, and members from our class's 49 names law enforcement agencies. With such a large class, it is very important to thank those who make this possible. A special thank you to the Maine Criminal Justice Academy Director Jack Beck and Assistant Director Lincoln Ryder, who work hard to ensure that the state of Maine continues to provide this opportunity for new law enforcement officers to learn the basics, laying the foundation for a successful career. The training coordinators, Darren Gilbert and Josh Daly, they worked very hard to organize our training schedule throughout the last 18 weeks, having to adapt to various instructor schedules, making sure that there is always a plan. Sergeant Mills, words cannot describe how honored we are to have had the opportunity to share the last 18 weeks with you. Your years of experience and expertise have continued to teach Maine's next generation of law enforcement the skills we need to be successful. So the rest of the cadre who volunteered their time to come back to the Academy, thank you for sharing your wisdom, your advice, and your experiences with us. The employees of the Maine Criminal Justice Academy, the faculty, the kitchen staff, and the custodial staff, on behalf of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program, I would like to thank you for your time and expertise. I'd like to take some time to talk about the 47th. This class showed up on January 21st with 82 cadets, individuals coming from different states, different countries, and from different backgrounds. Despite our differences, one thing we all had in common is that we were brave enough to sign up for this career. Throughout the last 18 weeks, all these cadets have been challenged to work hard and to fight through pain. We have learned that when the going gets tough, to never give up. Those that want to be here lost the right to quit as soon as they walked through these doors. During our time here, we got the opportunity to learn from a wide variety of instructors who came from many different departments around the state of Maine. These instructors volunteered their time to ensure that the next generation of law enforcement leaves here today with the fundamentals necessary to safely and responsibly serve their communities. Without these instructors, we would not be here today. I would like to thank each and every individual who devoted their time to the 47th level. Thank you for sharing your experiences, your advice, and for taking the time to share your knowledge with the next generation. To the families, significant others, and other loved ones of the cadets graduating today, it is not simply put, but describing how grateful we are for your support throughout the duration of the program. It has been hard for us, and I know it has been even harder for you. And yet, you continue to support us without complaining. 18 weeks away from home, away from your husbands and wives, away from your children, and away from your families who support you can be very difficult. As a class, we have become one big dysfunctional family, so whether you like it or not, that means all of us now. Thank you all for supporting us during our journey, and I ask that you continue to provide your support as we step forward in the next phase of our lives and our careers. Some of you may be wondering what we've been up to for the last 18 weeks, leaving early every Monday morning to drive to some place called Basketball that you may have never even heard of. We've been learning how to manage stress, stay in shape, and how to work together. We've been physically, mentally, and emotionally challenged throughout our time here. To provide a few examples, here are a few of my notable experiences. Apparently, being tased teaches you how to make noises you never thought were possible. I guess if anybody needs to express fluid call, I'm the guy. Sometimes you forget to put your sim helmet on for a scenario. For those of you who don't know, wearing a sim helmet to a training scenario is probably the most important thing you do. Let's just say the next time I had my helmet on well before the scenario started. You learn what stress does to your body, both physically and mentally. Introduce stress in a simple task into not so simple task. Something like signing your own name on a sheet of paper. With an elevated heart rate, it brings out your inner first grader handwriting. Needless to say, we've been busy for the last 18 weeks. For us, it felt like the longest and the shortest few months of our lives. I'm sure that the class has heard enough from me over the last few weeks, so I just have a few more things before we move on. Class, I still have all your attention. I want to leave you with a few things that I think are very important. Number one, find work. Don't ever be afraid to stay busy. Volunteer to help out, do the hard jobs that no one wants to do. Just because it isn't your job doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It can be as simple as taking the trash out when it's full. It's not about keeping score, it's about helping your fellow officers. You're here to work, so get to work. Number two, never stop learning. This is the basic law enforcement training program, and there's so much more to learn. Go find out what additional training your department has to offer and sign up for it. Pick a topic that you are interested in and go find your own training. If you aren't trying to learn something new every single day, you aren't working hard enough. Your training has just begun. Become an expert in what you do. Number three, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Stay kind and remember that most people in this state are good. This career is going to be hard and you're going to deal with the worst of the worst. Don't be disgruntled with the world. You work hard to get here. You all have to keep working hard to take care of yourself. Keep working out and eating well. It's good for you. Look out for your partners. We're in this together. Most importantly, go find something that you love to do. Something outside of work. Having hobbies or interests outside of law enforcement is going to be very important for you all to keep a good balance. With that being said, I'd like to bring things to a close. You all chose to embark on this journey for a reason. Don't ever forget that. So when things get tough, remember your why. Congratulations to the graduates of Maine's Criminal Justice Academy, 47 basic law enforcement training.
It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, who leads the state of Maine's Public Safety Bureaus, including Capitol Police, E911, Maine Criminal Justice Academy, Maine Drug Enforcement Agency, Maine EMS, Fire Marshal's Office, Highway Safety, and Maine State Police. A United States Marine Corps veteran, he was hired by the Port Police Department in 1997 and served in a variety of leadership positions, including Assistant Chief of Police, ultimately Chief of Police, a position he held from 2012 to 2018. He then transitioned to Assistant City Manager for the City of Portland, and was chosen to lead the Department of Public Safety by our Governor Janet Mills in 2018. Please give a warm round of applause for our keynote speaker, Commissioner Michael Soska.
All right, well, good morning. It's certainly an honor and a privilege to be with you today. It's good to see such a packed house. I don't remember a room this full in recent years. I certainly pre-COVID, to say the least. I can tell you that it's always exciting to be in this scenario, sort of special occasions, whether it's a graduation or a retirement ceremony or anything across the board. When we start talking about our law enforcement family, it's a big deal to all of us. I would say that speaking at a graduation like this is certainly a bucket list item for a lot of folks. So again, it's an honor to be here. I'm also a little disappointed, to be honest with you. I'm disappointed with Brian Master, who's supposed to be the keynote speaker for today. And anybody that knows Brian knows that he's been in the game and he has touched everything, literally everything in our profession that's important over that 50 plus years. And I look forward to hearing Brian's speech for the next graduation. He's just a little banged up. He sends his well wishes, and sorry that he couldn't be with you here today. He did send me his speech, and I can just read it on his behalf. But it had lots of big words and stuff that I had to Google to find out what it actually meant. So I figured I just kind of went, and we'll see how it goes. So I always start out any conversation that I have behind a microphone by saying thanks to people. I'm always tickled to death when I hear a theme here, whether it's Reverend Brooks and Jack, our class president. There's a lot of thank yous in there to the same kind of groups, and I'm going to continue to reinforce that because I don't think we can say some of those things enough. And we talk about that staff, the members of the Department of Public Safety family here at the Academy, Jack and Link and Karen and all the training coordinators, the cafeteria staff, the maintenance folks that make this place work day in, day out. We certainly appreciate all of your efforts. If you don't know how the game works, it's a BLETP graduation, right? You may think, now they get a chance to take a month off, maybe they'll just kind of kick back. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. There will be corrections classes and dispatch classes and 100 other classes along the way. They will just move on to the next thing. And they help us hold the line for first responders here in this state. And we're lucky to have them in the fight for sure. When I think about the cadres that were mentioned already, when you hire the best of the best, then there's 47. And we want to give them the best training in the country. Of course, we have to have the best trainers and the best cadre possible to shepherd them along that path. And we have that all day long. And I also appreciate the agencies that allow your best and brightest to join us for 18 weeks, maybe come back to you for a month or so, and then come back and hit it again. We couldn't do this without the volunteers that assist and the agencies that are willing to step up, again, to give us the best and brightest to teach these amazing folks here at the Maine Criminal Justice Academy. For retirees that are here, I often say this because it's so powerful for all of us. In this profession, we literally stand upon your shoulders. The work that you put in before we started our careers, whether it be training, equipment, could be pay, could be benefits. More importantly, it's culture, it's family atmosphere, things that you laid the groundwork for. That allows us to do the work that we do today. And we truly do appreciate you as individuals with everything that you accomplish. So thank you for that. I think for our families that are present, again, not something that we can overstate. But without your love and support, these graduates simply would not be here today. When people say, what makes a good police officer, who would you hire? I think the answer is we hire the best human beings possible. And we can train you to be a law enforcement officer. That's why you're here. Well, they wouldn't be these human beings without the love and support that you gave them throughout their lives. And today is a singular accomplishment. They were here for 18 weeks fighting that fight. But you, with your love and support, made this absolutely something, a dream that they can accomplish. So thank you for that. To the 47th, I say thank you for allowing us to have this kind of family reunion atmosphere. This happens a couple times a year in Maine. There's been a couple times we've been able to jam a third in. But the reality for us is that when we come to this setting, I think about my career and the people that I've served with over the years. I may see those people only a couple times a year, right here at this tax center or outside on the parade there. So for me, I think about the Old Orchard Beach Police Department as a reserve police officer back in the day and seeing my brothers and sisters from there. I see my Portland Police Department standing in the back holding that wall, which they've done for the last 30 years, and I expect they'll be standing in that same spot for 30 more. I think that the Department of Public Safety and the 10 safety bureaus that we have there, the work that they do, are absolutely amazing people that help all of us, every single resident of this state, be safe. And this is that atmosphere where we get a chance to kind of hang out together and see each other, all here to celebrate your success, celebrate what you've done to graduate from this academy here today. I can tell you that as far as remarks go, I think there's different ways to do this. I've probably done both for all of them. There's that Gettysburg Address style, and there's something up here I'll be for 50 minutes talking to you about history, or I prefer something more like nuggets of knowledge, things that have helped me, may not help you, but things that I know from my perspective have helped me throughout my career, things that I lean on to this day, and I will pass those along to you to disregard as you see fit. But when we talk about these 10 items are not necessarily important. The first one and the 10th one are incredibly important. But I talk about family, right? And that's what we are at the end of the day. We are blessed to call each other brothers and sisters. There's some crazy uncles in there and some wacky aunts as well. But it really is an incredible opportunity to work with each other and to respect each other every single day. So when we talk about that family scenario, I mentioned this at the memorial, which you attended just a couple weeks ago. And you said the right thing when somebody asked you, why do you want to do this line of work? And you said that you wanted to help people. It's the same exact answer that I gave a couple years before you. But I think what I would do now and how my answer has evolved, it's probably coming out of the Marine Corps. I would have said something like, I want to be part of a unit that helps people. Something rather robotic, right? But my answer today, after 30 plus years in the game, is I want to be part of a family that helps people. And that's what we are, and that's what we do. And I hope you look at us as family members, and we will be welcoming you to that group here momentarily. I think number 2 on my list is always tell your sergeant. And you should ask yourself, well, what should I tell my sergeant? And my answer would be everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, what you did right, what you did wrong. And tell them your hopes and dreams, tell them where you want to go. She wants to hear that. He wants to hear that. Good leaders cannot fix what they don't know. So if you don't loop these people in to your day-to-day life and to your career, you're going to have a tough time. They are there to take care of you. That's why they wanted to hold that rank. And I would ask you to lean on them whenever humanly possible. So talk to your sergeants, talk to your supervisors. When you have and utilize self-discipline, you will seldom, if ever, be disciplined. If you have and utilize self-discipline, you will seldom actually be disciplined. And what that means is, again, right and wrong. I have a simple thought around discipline in all my years of different positions, is that when you're wrong, own it, early and often. Jump on the sword as fast as humanly possible and say, I screwed that up. I'm going to screw 10 things up today. That's just a guarantee, right? That's a part of life. And when you're right, and somebody files a complaint, or there's an allegation, or there's something going on, and you're fighting for some kind of concept within your agency or beyond, and you scratch over that. That is worth your effort. That is worth your fight. So walk that line of holding yourself accountable, because that's one of those things that badge stands for. Number 4, beware of those in the world that live by the saying, well, that's the way we've always done it. That's a dangerous group to be involved with. I'm not telling you day 2 of your new agency that you roll in hot and tell them how they're doing it wrong. It's probably not a good idea. But what I would suggest is that you constantly strive for that next thing. Constantly look for that next evolution that we have out there. I would say be the change you want to see in the world. We talk about our retirees and the work that they've done. You talk about the officers that are more senior to you and things that they've accomplished. We need to continue to seek that change. We need to fight for that change. We need to make the next generation of law enforcement better, and in fact, we are. Number 5, take care of yourself. This has been mentioned a few times already, and again, cannot be overstated. Peer support, wellness, resiliency are real things. There are things that matter. I will tell you that some of the strongest people I know, some of the most courageous, and that's a word that should not be overused in our society, the most courageous people I know are the ones that came forward and said, I'm having a tough time. That call bothered me. That 100th call bothered me. I ran into something I never thought I'd see, and I need to talk to somebody about that. I need some support to move forward. Those people are strong. Those people are courageous. And I would ask you to make sure that you're looking in the mirror and you're talking to yourself on a regular basis, checking in on yourself, checking in on each other, checking in on your agencies. Who's helping to help us? Who's guarding Those things are important earmarks in our community, in our particular family. If we're not doing that right, you can do it, you can arrest bank robbers, you can do whatever you want, but if we're not taking care of ourselves, and we're not taking care of each other, we are in fact doing it wrong. So when we talk about, I ask you to challenge yourself, if you will, to be more well-rounded, right? We had a good example of this ammunition helmet. I love ammunition drills, TAC team stuff, and all that fun stuff. When you're trying to get your PR on a bench press, I would also ask you to spend as much time reading Kevin Gilmartin's book, Emotional Survival for Law Enforcement. Check that out. Talk to your family about what that means and what that's, how that can help you as an individual, as an agency, as a family moving through your career. So stay well-rounded. At this particular point in your career, you're about as bulletproof as it's going to get. Most of you are at the best physical shape and you're feeling pretty good. But I can tell you that I speak for myself, that I wish I realized long ago that I wasn't as bulletproof. Because I can tell you now in my life, if somebody, doctor wants me to take a test or do this or do that, I do that. Right? I wore as a badge of honor forever. I've never taken a sick day in my entire life. That doesn't mean I haven't been sick. That doesn't mean I haven't been banged up. It just meant that I went to work every day, all day, and still do. But I am not bulletproof. You are not bulletproof. And I want you to hear it from me that you need to take care of yourself. That's okay to acknowledge that. That's okay to seek help in our world. So please, please put that in your pocket and hang on to that, if nothing else, that you hear me babble on about today. Core values. Core values are not optional in our world. Elite organizations have the ability to take core values off a letterhead, off the side of a cruiser, off a wall in their conference room, and live those. So if the United States Marine Corps says honor, courage, and commitment, leadership, integrity, service, the core values of the Portland Police Department, those things that should be stamped on my soul. That's how I live my life, under those core values. I strive to meet that every single day. And if you find yourself in a tough situation and I'm not really sure what I should do here, lean on those core values. And then if that doesn't quite work for you, what should you do? Call your sergeant and talk to them about whatever situation you have with you. Core values, incredibly, incredibly important for us. I had a chief one time say, every day is a job interview, which is number 7. Every day is a job interview. That doesn't mean you're running around and you're kissing butt and you're going, what do they want to hear? Should I answer this? What that means to me is that every second of every day, you have the opportunity to make a positive difference in somebody's life. You're going to be wearing a uniform, specifically designating who you are as a cop in the state of Maine, in a marked car for the vast majority of your career. Every single second of every day, somebody's watching you as much as you're watching them. So if you can make a little kid happy by throwing them a badge and stopping them to say hello, making sure that you're driving the right way when you're down the street, paying attention to those things, on duty and off. Those kind of things would tell me that every day is a job. Every second, you can have that positive impact on somebody else's life. So please pursue that throughout your career. Number 8, what makes a good cop? I kind of mentioned this earlier, right? But it's a different answer in the sense that what good cops do in 2025, from my perspective, is we communicate, we mediate, we facilitate broader systems. We communicate. Best crisis communicators on the planet are law enforcement officers. Period. That's what you do all day, is talk to people. And then write a bunch of fun stuff down. Right? And then you mediate situations. We're trying to find a middle ground. We're trying to get to yes. We're trying to find an answer that works for everybody. And facilitate broader systems. And what that means is I don't expect you to be the best social worker on the planet. I don't expect you to be an attorney. I don't expect you to be a child protective worker. I do expect you to have some of those basic skills. And I also expect that you can facilitate broader systems. You can make the proper referrals. You can reach out to people and say, I don't know the answer to this, but this is your deal. You do this full time. Make those referrals so that we don't lose people who fall through the cracks. Facilitate those broader systems. The conversation about guardians versus warriors is something that's been happening for a number of years. To me, that's long done. You are guardians first and foremost. The side of the car says protect and serve. You're going to live in that service side of the house the vast majority of your career. So you're a guardian. But don't get me wrong, because you better be able to snap into that warrior side of the house and take care of your business at the drop of a hat. And we don't have to look any further than Lewiston or a regular Tuesday night someplace in the state of Maine. Our officers are getting out. So remember, it's okay to wear both of those hats. And don't forget, don't get dragged into that. We don't do this, we don't, that's all valid. But you are a guardian first and foremost who's willing to step into the breach and be a warrior as necessary. Number 9, don't be afraid to change the definition of success. And what I mean by that is winning a fight. So mark training, final fights, all the stuff, you have crimes in progress, you need to win those scenarios. I would argue that success is de-escalating the situation so you don't have to fight at all. So you have probably heard that every computation that we have is an armed computation because you have guns. And if you get knocked out by some chump, then they have a gun, and now we have a problem. So when it's necessary, you fight and you win, period. You take care of that business. It's okay to do that, right? We encourage you to do that. You have to win those scenarios. But if you can de-escalate things, you can use CIT training, you can use all those other skills not to get in a fight, and to get somebody to voluntarily comply to get in the back of your cruiser, so you don't have them headlock and you drag them across the parking lot. That is success. And if you think about our careers, think about the other changes in that definition of success. If you think about the war on drugs versus, well, guess what? Recovery happens. There's a whole other world out there that we need to deal with. Jimmy always gets drunk on a Friday night. So we just let him walk around. He'll cool down. Life is good. Prostitution versus the victims of human trafficking. Everything that we work on day in, day out is an evolution and a change to the definition of success. Number 10. Number 1 was what? Family, right? And number 10 is what? It's family. Right? Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Don't forget how you got here. That's a big, big piece of who we are. And I don't want you to look back at the end of your career and miss out on some of those family things. I know your family understands that, and they appreciate it, they love you, but do all you can to stay connected to them across the board. In closing, my heart goes out to the families of Falmouth Police Officer Herbert Tarbox, who passed away of a heart attack in 1959, and Portland Police Department Sergeant Richard Betters, who also died of a heart attack in 2009. Both of those names of those heroes were added to the memorial wall on May 13th, so just last week. And we appreciate everything that they did. We certainly appreciate the other 88 heroes whose names align that wall. I hope to see you at that memorial in the future. And congrats to the 47th welcome to the family. Be safe, be proud, Senator Fidelis. Be safe. Watch your hands, watch your back, take care of your business. But also watch your heart, watch your soul. Guard those things with your life. Be proud of what we do. The coolest call on the planet. A lot of great people in here. You're going to have an absolute blast. But be proud, more importantly, of why we do what we do. Hold that center mass for the rest of your career, and I'm sure the rest of your life. Why you got into this, day in and day out. And Senator Fidelis always good. Welcome. Thanks for having me.
That's my boss. Incredible honor. It's an honor for me to come and work every day when I have somebody like that watching my head. Quick example, yesterday morning we found out that Brian Master, who was going to be the commencement speaker, retired chief of investigations for the Attorney General's office, feeling under the weather. Couldn't make it, called me yesterday morning and said, Jack, I'm sorry, just can't do it. I don't feel well. We'll be going in to see my doctor first thing. I think you should probably have a plan B. My plan B, very first call, Commissioner, yes, I will, Jack. I'd be honored to do that. I will fill in for Brian. And that's what it's like for me every day to come to work. So very proud to be here and say thank you for everything I do, sir. So, for the individuals that will be getting badges, please take your positions to the left side of the stage, to my right. Everybody that's going to be getting badges, please line up against the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, please allow these two launches as I did announce. They definitely were recognized today after completing this journey. We would also ask that once officers enter the hall and receive their applause and recognition, you have to return to a level of silence so the following officer statements can be heard by their family and loved ones. Thank you. Class, prepare for the giving of your badges.
the graduates of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. Trooper Christopher Allen, of the Maine State Police. Pinning Trooper Allen's badge is his wife, Courtney Allen. Trooper Khalil Elaine of the Maine State Police. Pinning Trooper Elaine's badge is his father, Mr. Ansley Elaine, accompanied by his brother, Keenan Elaine. Officer Caleb Portria of the Kennebuck Police Department. Pinning Officer Portria's badge is Field Training Officer Sergeant Jason Hafner of the Kennebunkport Police Department, accompanied by Chief Christopher Simeone of the Kennebunkport Police Department. If anybody is interested in taking pictures, please feel free to come right up to this corner of the stage and take photographs. Officer Lauren Bartlett of the Scarborough Police Department. Pinning Officer Bartlett's badge is her brother, Tyler Bartlett, accompanied by Chief Mark Holmquist of the Scarborough Police Department. Officer Bartlett is the recipient of the Frank E. Corey III Professionalism Proficiency Award. Officer Derek Bateman of the Freeport Police Department. Pinning Officer Bateman's badge is his mother, Christina Bateman, accompanied by Chief Nate Goodman of the Freeport Police Department. Officer Everett Blair of the Augusta Police Department. Pinning Officer Blair's badge is his father, Terry Blair, accompanied by Chief Kevin Lully of the Augusta Police Department. Officer Michael Bousquet of the Belfast Police Department. Pinning Officer Bousquet's badge is his sister, Nicole Zahner, accompanied by Chief Robert Fulmer of the Belfast Police Department.
Brockway's badge is his father, Detective Sergeant Brian Brockway of the Maine State Police. Mr. Brockway is the class secretary of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. Officer Hannah Barabee of the Winslow Police Department. Hitting Officer Barabee's badge is her mother, Lori Benson, accompanied by Chief Leonard McDavid of the Winslow Police Department. Officer Sean Cerveny of the Caribou Police Department. Pinning Officer Cerveny's badge is his father, Michael Cerveny, accompanied by Chief Corey Saucier of the Caribou Police Department. Officer Cerveny is the recipient of the Mechanics of Arrest, Restraint, and Control Proficiency Award. Officer Kylie Charbonneau of the Waterloo Police Department. Pinning Officer Charbonneau's badge is retired Detective Stan Cratchley of the Vancouver City Police Department, accompanied by Chief William Long of the Waterloo Police Department. Deputy Ryan Colson of the Knox County Sheriff's Office. Pinning Deputy Colson's badge is his fiancee, Anna Mulholland, accompanied by Sheriff Patrick Polkey of the Knox County Sheriff's Office. Officer Connor Cook of the Carabasset Valley Police Department. Pinning Officer Cook's badge is his mother, Patty Ferguson, accompanied by Officer Wally Spencer of the Carabasset Valley Police Department. Gorham Police Department. Petty Officer Nicholas with the badge is his wife, Colette Nicholas. Accompanied by Chief Christopher Sanborn of the Gorham Police Department. Officer Nicholas is a co-recipient of the Sid Bridges Firearms Proficiency Award with a perfect score of 100. Officer Jesse Dixon of the Farmington Police Department. Petty Officer Dixon's badge is his father, Gary Dixon, accompanied by his mother, Jennifer Dixon. Trooper Jesse Doolin of the Maine State Police. Penny Trooper Doolin's badge is his mother, Christina Doolin, accompanied by his father, Joseph Doolin. Officer Devin Dumont of the Mechanic Falls Police Department. Petty Officer Dumont's badge is his mother, Lisa Dumont, accompanied by Chief Jeffrey Goss of the Mechanic Falls Police Department. Ranger Caleb Esplin of the Maine Forest Service. Penny Ranger Esplin's badge is his fiancée, Leah Trombley, accompanied by Chief Ranger Robbie Goss of the Maine Forest Service. Deputy Alex Faith of the Saginaw County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Faith's badge is his fiancée, Megan Farrington, accompanied by Sheriff Joel Berry of the Saginaw County Sheriff's Office. Officer Michael Foster of the Portland Police Department. Pending Officer Foster's badge is his mother, Christina Foster, accompanied by Chief Mark Du Bois of the Portland Police Department. Officer Natalie Frost of the Portland Police Department. Pending Officer Frost badge is her brother, Andrew Frost, accompanied by Chief Mark Du Bois of the Portland Police Department. Officer Frost is the co-recipient of the St. George's Firearms Proficiency Award for the Perfect Score of 100. She is also the recipient of the Randall A. Parsons Ironman Award. Officer Alexandria Gallo of the Auburn Police Department. Pending Officer Gallo's badge is his sister, Andrea de Suicide. Officer Rodney Gerald of the Holden Police Department. Pending Officer Gerald's badge is his father, Sergeant Rodney Gerald of the Holden Police Department, accompanied by Chief Eddie Benjamin of the Holden Police Department. Officer Gerald is the recipient of the Emergency Vehicle Operations Force Proficiency Award. Officer Jacob Gorley of the Lisbon Police Department. Pending Officer Gorley's badge is his father, retired lieutenant from the Marine Important Service, Adam Gorley, accompanied by Chief Brian McGee of the Lisbon Police Department. Trooper Adam Goslin of the Maine State Police. Petty Trooper Goslin's badge is his father, Lieutenant Stephen Goslin of the Auburn Police Department, accompanied by his mother, Michelle Goslin.
No, they're gonna, because she's gonna stay with her mom for her last name, so I'm gonna stay here tonight.
Officer Morgan Grant of the Fulton Police Department. Petty Officer Grant's badge is her father, Weston Grant, accompanied by Chief Tim DeLuca of the Fulton Police Department. Officer Jared Green of the Newport Police Department. Petty Officer Green's badge is his girlfriend, Christina Jewell. Trooper Lucas Haynes of the Maine State Police. Petty Trooper Haynes' badge is his father, Detective Sergeant Joshua Haynes of the Maine State Police. Officer Gavin Hall of the Ellsworth Police Department. Petty Officer Hall's badge is his mother, Robin Hammer, accompanied by Chief Troy Beers of the Ellsworth Police Department. Officer Sean Hartman of the Westbrook Police Department. Petty Officer Hartman's badge is his wife, Prentice Kurtz, accompanied by Chief Sean Lowry of the Westbrook Police Department. Officer Cameron Hatch of the Newport Police Department. Hitting Officer Hatch's badge is his wife, Stephanie Floss. Officer Mackenzie Hewitt of the Baileyville Police Department. Pinning Officer Hewitt's badge is her mother, Chantel Gojay, accompanied by Chief John Preston of the Baileyville Police Department. Officer Trevor Hill of the Prescott Police Department. Pinning Officer Hill's badge is Officer Trevor McDougal of the Prescott Police Department, accompanied by his father, Shane Hill. Officer Mark Hutchins of the Bangor Police Department. Fitting Officer Hutchins' badge is his father, retired law enforcement officer Robert Hutchins, accompanied by Chief Mark Catherway of the Bangor Police Department. Officer Jacob Komorski of the Augusta Police Department. Fitting Officer Komorski's badge is his mother, Paula Komorski, accompanied by Chief Kevin Mully of the Augusta Police Department. Maine State Police. Fitting Trooper Carney's badge is Detective Sergeant Joshua Haynes of the Maine State Police. accompanied by Chief David Kearns, Bar Harbor and Mount Desert Police Department. Officer Jack Kilbride, Brunswick Police Department. Fitting Officer Kilbride's badge is his father, John Kilbride, of the Falmouth Police Department, accompanied by Chief Scott Stewart of the Brunswick Police Department. Officer Jordan Knapp, East Illinois Police Department. Fitting Officer Knapp's badge is his father, Chief Deputy John Knapp of the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, accompanied by his girlfriend, Morgan Vidal. Officer Camden LeBrecht of the Buxton Police Department. Fitting Officer LeBrecht's badge is his mother, Lori LeBrecht, accompanied by his father, David LeBrecht. Officer Shane Lay of the Skowhegan Police Department. Fitting Officer Lay's badge is Corporal Tyler McCarty of the Skowhegan Police Department, accompanied by Chief David Buckley of the Skowhegan Police Department. Deputy Wyatt Lord of the Hancock County Sheriff's Office. Fitting Deputy Lord's badge is his father, Darren Lord, accompanied by Sheriff Scott Kane of the Hancock County Sheriff's Office. Steve Lovett, Portland Police Department. Petty Officer Lovett's badge is his father, Willie Lovett, accompanied by Chief Mark DuBois, Portland Police Department. Officer Julia Matson, Brunswick Police Department. Fitting Officer Matson's badge is his father, Mark Matson, accompanied by Chief Scott Stewart of the Brunswick Police Department. Deputy Hunter McCaskill, Kennebec County Sheriff's Office. Deputy McCaskill's badge is his wife, Amy McCaskill, accompanied by Sheriff Ken Mason of the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Austin McDonald, Hancock County Sheriff's Office. Deputy McDonald's badge is his wife, Martha McDonald, accompanied by Sheriff Scott King of the Hancock County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Michael McClellan of the Maine State Police. Lieutenant Trooper McClellan's badge is his wife, Jennifer McClellan, accompanied by his son, Lucas McClellan. Trooper McClellan is a recipient of the Charles Howard County Physical Fitness Proficiency Award, Combined Practical Skills Proficiency Award, and the James L. Hammond Class Valedictorian Award. Officer Charlie Mixer of the Westbrook Police Department. Fitting Officer Mixer's badge accompanied by Chief Sean Lally of the Westbrook Police Department. Officer Chad Morrison from Fairfield Police Department. Petty Officer Morrison's badge is his wife, Shannon Morrison, accompanied by his mother, Suzanne Morrison. Officer Gary Naldini from the Saco Police Department. Petty Officer Naldini's badge is his father, Marcelo Caporucci, accompanied by Chief Jack Clements of the Saco Police Department. Deputy Lance Neal of the Amherst County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Neal's badge is his wife, Stacey Oswald, accompanied by Corporal Dylan Moore of the Amherst County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Neal is the class vice president for the 42nd Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. Ranger Kevin Norris of the Maine Forest Service. Petty Officer Norris' badge is his father, Robert Allison of the Maine Forest Service. Jared Osadera, from the Laurel Police Department. Pending Officer Jared's badge is Chief Christopher Sanborn, of the Laurel Police Department. Officer Kyle Pelletier of the Woodbridge Beach Police Department. Pending Officer Pelletier's badge is the sister, Diana Pelletier, accompanied by Chief Police Shard of the Woodbridge Beach Police Department. Officer Pelletier is the class historian for the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. Officer David Peterson Jr. of the Paris Police Department. Pending Officer Peterson's badge is his father, David Peterson Sr., accompanied by Captain Alan Potter of the Paris Police Department. Officer Brady Quinn of the York Police Department. Pending Officer Quinn's badge is his mother, Heidi Quinn, accompanied by Sergeant Brian Cantera of the York Police Department. Officer Zachary Rubley, Portland Police Department. Petty Officer Hooker's badge is his father, Mac Rubley, accompanied by Chief Mark Delois, Portland Police Department. Officer Rubley is the class president of the 47th Basic Law Enforcement Training Program. Officer Bradley Russell, our Southwest Harbor Police Department. Petty Officer Russell's badge is his girlfriend, Cassie Odette, accompanied by Chief John Hall, Southwest Harbor Police Department. Officer Melinda Sanderson of the Belfast Police Department. Petty Officer Sanderson's badge is her son, Riley Sanderson, accompanied by Chief Robert Cormier of the Belfast Police Department. Warden Madison Sharp, the Maine Warden Service. Petty Warden Sharp's badge is her father, retired Trooper Christopher Sharp of the New York State Police, accompanied by Major Aaron Cross of the Maine Warden Service. Officer Serafina Smalley of the Fulton Police Department. Petty Officer Smalley's badge is her father, David Smalley, accompanied by Chief Tim Peruka of the Fulton Police Department. Officer Adrian Smith of the Saco Police Department. Petty Officer Smith's badge is his wife, Shannon Smith. Officer Megan Smith of the Oakland Beach Police Department, pending officer with badges for grandfather, Jim Day, accompanied by Chief Police Shard, the Oakland Beach Police Department. Samantha Snow, of the Starbuck Police Department, pending officer Snow's badges and umbrellas, Spencer Snow, accompanied by Chief Mark Holmquist of the Starbuck Police Department. Officer Mackenzie Stroud of the Blue Bay Harbor Police Department, pending officer Stroud's badges for father, Brett Stroud, accompanied by Deputy Nathan Aronson of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Officer Donovan Tian of the Lewiston Police Department, pending officer Tian's badges his father, Denny Tian, accompanied by Chief David St. Pierre of the Lewiston Police Department. Officer Joshua Timors of the Brunswick Police Department, pending officer Timors' badge is Chief Scott Stewart of the Brunswick Police Department. Warden Hunter Tewksbury, the main warden cells. Petty Warden Tewksbury's badges and girlfriend, Brooke McKinney, accompanied by Major Eric Cross, the main warden service. Officer Mario Villarreal, from all Police Department. Petty Officer Villarreal's badge is his wife, Emily Villarreal, and his daughter, Annalise Villarreal. Officer Casey Walton, the Bangor Police Department, Petty Officer Walton's badge is his fiancée, Grace Bridges. Officer Shane West, from the Ellsworth Police Department, Petty Officer West's badge is his wife, Melissa West, and son Ezra West, accompanied by Chief Troy Beers, from the Ellsworth Police Department. Warden Trace Whiteman, from the main warden service, Petty Warden Whiteman's badge is retired Green Beret Medical Sergeant Greg Stubbe, accompanied by Major Eric Cross, in the main warden service. Ranger Laura Whitney, at Baxter State Park, pinning the Ranger Whitney badge as her father, Jerry Whitney, accompanied by Supervisor Bruce Whitney from Baxter State Park.
Five members walking to the front of the stage also represent the state, local, state police, and county law enforcement with their hat on the table before me, as well as the board of trustees. Officer Lauren Bartlett of Scarborough Police Department, recipient of the Sergeant Frank E. Poirier III Professionalism Proficiency Award, will lead the class in the oath of honor.
Class, the oath of honor.
Would everyone please stand for the benediction that will be delivered by Chaplain Brooks. Let's pray.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this graduation ceremony. We thank you for each one of these graduates of the 47th level. I now ask your special blessing and your hand of direction upon each one of these men and women as they embark on their chosen profession as law enforcement officers. God, I ask that they may continue to learn and to grow throughout their lives, and that they all may seek to excel in all that they do. God, use them mightily wherever they may protect and serve. I ask that you may help them to be the best that they can be, and they may contribute much to the success of each of their respective agencies, as well as to all law enforcement in our great state of Maine. You may place a hedge of protection around each one of them to keep them safe as they accomplish their given assignments. Bless and strengthen their families and watch over them as well, O Lord, I pray. And bring these and all law enforcement officers home to their families each day, safe and sound, at the end of their shift. I now ask your blessing as we celebrate and fellowship with one another, and for safe travel as we go our several ways. And I ask these